All right, y'all, what is up? Trying to find this format. All right, see where I could see comments at. All right, we're gonna get started. Let's see. Everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat so I know that you're here and that you can hear me okay. I'm about to check on my phone and make sure we are all situated. All situated. Oh, we can hear me. All right, cool. Give it a couple minutes for people to start joining. I'm trying to really change how you look at this. All right, let me see if I can write a comment because right now I don't see the comments. Let me see if I write it here. I'll see it. Let me see if I write a comment because right now I don't see the comments. Let me see if I write it here. I'll see it. Let me see if I write a comment because right now I don't see the comment. Sorry, technology is always something. I don't see it over here. Hey, Vanessa, how are you? I do see the comments. All right, cool. Good morning or good afternoon. Vanessa, I think it's still morning where you at, right? How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're at. What's up, y'all? Just sent out a text message, so I'm waiting for everybody to join the conversation today. If you hear me good, let me know in the chat. I was going to just do this install and do some content, but I decided to go live real quick. Yup, it's 9. I thought you was on the West Coast. I thought you were on West Coast. All right. Gotta make sure when y'all put y'all wigs on, y'all always using a skin protector and y'all cleaning your skin and making sure all the oils is coming off. So I'm giving it a couple more minutes. I can't tell who's on my live unless I make a comment. So I'm going to look on Facebook if I see people on there as well. But let's get started. I'm going to put this wig on because it's probably going to take me a minute. I wanted to talk about um, the eBIN situation and the importance of like basically supporting Black-owned brands and stuff like that. So let me know in the chat before we get started. I'm going to introduce myself real quick. What's up, everybody? My name is Shamika. I am the founder of Kafune Amor Hair. I help avoid frustration and issues when it comes to installing their lace wigs by providing a 4-step lace wig system for individuals who wear lace wigs. And I specialize with women look like me who, unfortunately, we suffer from alopecia and we wear these wigs full-time on a full-time basis. So welcome to the brand. If you're new, let me know what city and area you're from in the chat so I can say hello and shout you out. But if you are not new, drop those purple hearts and let me know. And we're going to talk about the importance of Black-owned brands. You're going to see me do an install while I'm doing this live. And then that's basically it. We're going to chat for this morning. If you can hear me, Vanessa said you can hear me, so we're good. You've been here before, drop those purple hearts and then tag your friends. Let them know that we are getting started today for Saturday morning live. Yeah, the text went out 4 minutes ago. So someone one of my customers tagged the brand this morning, early this morning, about a woman whose video is out on TikTok about how she was treated as an employee of eBIN. If you're not familiar who they are a very big known brand. They're in all the beauty supply stores for their lace adhesive spray, edge control, and they got a whole bunch of other products, beauty products, lashes. Huge company that is, I believe they're in North Jersey, if not New York. I don't know how many locations. I don't know. I'd have honestly do a whole bunch of research about what they got going on, but I do know who, the company itself. And she's on the videos and she's saying that basically describing how she was treated as an employee. And during the hold on, y'all. I can't do two things at one time, but I can do this and then pause and talk. Hold on, y'all, real quick. So basically, she was talking about how she was an employee and how they treated her. And she was the only Black woman, Black person that was in the corporate portion of the business. All the people in the business were all Korean. And she was the social media marketing person that was to help with their social media. She said she had just got started there. She was excited. And during that experience, she has a 3-video post. And I'm going to drop the link on what video I'm talking about when I get off of this, starting this install. And during that time, when she did it, when she started, she said she was looking for where all the Black people was and basically was being mistreated by eBIN. Hey, Karen. Hey, Kelly. How are you? During that time, she had posted a video on her first day that it basically went viral. And whatever she posted, it went viral and it was very successful. So she was excited. And unfortunately, throughout her time frames, I'm not sure how long she was working there for, they basically mistreated her and was being racist towards her. Like I said, I haven't done a lot of research on eBIN in regards to their company and the exact like demographics of their workforce, anything like that. But we're going to talk about something that goes on in the beauty industry as a business owner and as a Black-owned business brand and why it's important. Hello. So I can't see everybody's name. I can't stand when I can't see anybody's name. But hello, as you're joining, I'm just going to talk about the video that is going to be viral that eBIN, that employee from eBIN. So basically, they said some racist things to her and treated her unfair, was not very welcoming of her while she's working there, et cetera, et cetera. Korean company. I just want to talk about the importance of Black-owned brands and how hard it is in our space of having a hair and beauty brand, right? And I'm going to tell you some stories that I personally experienced, that I'm currently dealing with, and then basically how it's been. I had a hair brand 12 years ago, right? And I had it for about 6 years. So altogether, we're probably been about 18 years ago, I had a hair brand. And back then, the industry has changed a lot and things are a lot different. So basically, sorry, y'all, I told you I can't chew. I just want to get this so it can start drying. So basically, but my business was different. Back then, it was just wigs. Now I mostly sell hair products that relates to wigs. Hey, Carla, you too. You have an amazing day. So back then, I already knew that it was very hard to get into beauty supply stores. The way that the Chinese have the Koreans have the beauty space market is very much monopolized, where they like might have distributors that only work with other Koreans, and that they both basically monopolize the suppliers. So basically, when they do distribute to other beauty supply stores, this is research, y'all. Y'all can Google it. Y'all can look it up. They tended to not try to sell to Black-owned beauty supply stores. Since then, this is literally 20 years ago, there's a lot more Black-owned beauty supply stores. And what they have done is Black-owned beauty supply stores I'm talking about has basically tried to fight dealing with some of the Korean distributors where they try to basically block them out as business owners. So this is like back in the day, I had bought a book on how to own a beauty supply store. It had a list of vendors on there. Because that back then I wanted to own a beauty supply store, y'all. This is how much I know. That's why God placed me here, right? Like, why do I want to be in this space again 20 years later? So basically, what happened was they will block out other beauty supply stores. So even if you did open a store, they would contact the distributor not to sell to you if you are in a close proximity to one of these Korean beauty supply stores. These are stories I've heard, these stories written out, you'll see it. But since then, it's a little bit different. You can go to a Black-owned beauty supply store, there might be some around you or near you. Might be even way more than what it used to be, right? So, um, basically, the challenge is that we as consumers, right? We wear these wigs. We wear these wigs. We use these shampoos, conditioners, all these beauty products. They want our dollar, but don't want to support our brands, right? And it's important for especially Black-owned brands that we don't have a ton of capital. We don't have a ton of exposure. In order to get exposure, you need money, right? And it doesn't have to be a good product. The product could be anything. But the reality of it is you need a lot of capital, right? But also that's not beyond capital that we might not directly have. You need access to people who are able to support the brand. Um, and I'm going to tell you guys a couple of stories. So I'm make sure I'm going stay focused on what I'm saying here, right? So one of the stories that I know from my own personal experience is basically I have my products. I work with a distributor. And what I realized is that you have brands out here that are, well, you only have really one, right? Bold Hold, right? But Tamika, she has Bold Hold. She has an amazing brand. She's huge, right? She's international. And they work with her. But if you've ever been on her page, you'll also see that she deals with a lot of counterfeit, right? So, but that being said, I ain't gonna say I know that a lot of times vendors, Chinese vendors or Korean vendors, they're gonna steal your stuff. They're gonna steal your content. They're gonna steal your branding. They're gonna steal your brand. And I'm gonna go back to the whole Bold Hold situation in a second. So, like, if there was pictures, I have pictures out here of me using the lace tint mousse. And I was one of the very first brands, right? You have my hand, I have my ring on, I'm like doing this marketing, I'm doing these videos, I'm doing this content, I'm posting it. Now all of a sudden, all these Chinese vendors all stealing my photos. Not unlikely, not uncommon. We already know Temu, all these other Sheins, all these other brands, you'll see this all the time, right? But it hurts brands like ours, like mine, Black-owned brand, because it took a lot of work and effort for me to do that just for somebody else to try to steal your work, right? All right, going back. So those are the experiences that I've had. I've had a ton of people basically steal my photos and then go back and basically use my video pictures, even if I watermark it, and post it as theirs, right? So once again, it's taking from the Black community. So going back to what I was saying about the situation with, say, for example, the hair diagram, Bold Hold. One day I got this packet of adhesive. When I got the adhesive, I had basically had their brand, Bold Hold's brand, sent to me from China, right? And I'm just like, what? Right? And I know it's not coming from her brand as an owner, and I didn't buy it, right? I understand Bold Hold and I, we sell similar products, right? We're in competition, but we're not in competition. Want to know why? Because there's enough room for all of us. And the point of her and her company, not the point, what her company does, she gives back to the Black community, the Black stylists, just everything, period, to the Black community. So this is a couple of years ago. So this company, they sends me this whole 2 cases of her branded product. Guess what I did? I sent it to her. I sent her the name of the vendor and who she was sending it to. They were sending it to a beauty supply store in a Korean beauty supply store in Florida. Good morning, sunshine. So basically, that is one story where basically I've seen where these companies are stealing from us, Black-owned brands, just to maximize their profits. And in turn, I felt as though, you know what, I'm going to send this to her and let her know, because as a business owner, I wouldn't want nobody to steal my stuff, right? And I would want to know what's going on and how to fight against it. And that's very hard, because it's very hard because as you grow and as you become more unique, as you come and be more creative and start really just tapping into different types of products, someone's going to steal your ish. Like it's just going to happen, right? So basically, I sent that back and I told her, because I'm like, I'm not going to block my blessings because I'm not going to disclose what somebody else is doing. And at the end of the day, that's not cool. I don't like when anybody sits there and basically steals other people's brands, steal other people's work, et cetera, et cetera. I had one company actually send me a product saying that it's a black owned mousse company. She sells mousses. It's blue. I told them, don't do that. Don't send it to me. I don't want to work with you. I don't need somebody else's branded products. I sell my own products, my own formulas. I want it to be mine, right? All right, going back. So the importance of that is that I'm here to serve the alopecia community, right? I am someone who is here to give back to the people who have alopecia. So when I did my VIP event and I did a donation to people who have alopecia, that's my way of giving back, because my mission is bigger than just selling a hair glue. My mission is bigger than just selling and making money, but also to give back to those who are need some sort of assistance or some sort of instructions and help when it comes to my space of alopecia, because that's dear to me, right? So I say all that to say is that it is really important to support Black owned brands for simple reasons like that, like the Mayels and things like that. They give back. You know what I mean? They start organizations and nonprofits that actually helps other small business owners. So the other thing was, this is really just drawing really quick, y'all. This is a supplier that I'm trying out for the first time for some adhesive, and it's drawing really nicely and quick. All right. So yeah, so going back to beauty supply stores, right? So going back to the beauty supply store. So then recently I'm in a beauty supply store near me. And now if you are someone who ever had any issues going to a beauty supply store, and I mean non-black owned brand beauty supply store, and you felt unwelcome, have you ever experienced that? It might be a little bit different now. It might be a little bit different now. But if you have, let me know in the chat and let me know in the comments that you have went into a beauty supply store where you might feel as though they wanted your money and that was it, right? It's a little bit different, but recently I had went into a beauty supply store that had my product, and it's great, right? So what I realized when I was working with my distributor, that they stopped buying my product as much, and they started buying another Korean beauty supplier, not eBIN, but another company, right? Because once again, they're going to support their own and they support with each other. What I'm saying is it is harder to get into the reach of these beauty supply stores when they're already not welcoming you in, but we have to sell on other platforms. So yes, we are able to get to where we got to go because I utilize Amazon, Walmart, these other platforms. I have my own direct website. So during that time or whatever, their sales, they bought less from me, et cetera, et cetera. And and I saw my product in the local beauty supply store going back. So what I realized was the beauty supply store was selling a small spray for the price that I'm selling for the big one. So you say, well, what difference does it make? Why does that matter? Right? It does matter because at the end of the day, it was sold at such a high price, people will buy less of it. Yeah, I'm really liking this adhesive. Hold on, y'all. That is drying really quick. I'm about to press it down, y'all. That's drying really quick. Um, yeah. So Kelly says, yes, I've been followed as if I was going to steal, and that was years ago, right? So now it's a little bit different, right? So going back to beauty supply store. So they're selling these small sprays for $28. I went in there, I'm like, hey, I'm like all excited and jipper. And introduce myself. I'm just like, hey, I was told that you sell my product here. I wanted to see it in the store or whatever. I did the video or whatever. And then they didn't even understand my English. Like she just kind of like was just like looked at me like I was crazy. And I had asked her if I could do like a pop-up at her store since she has my product already, right? Trying to have a relationship with her, et cetera, et cetera. And she was like, no, we sell it. No, we sell it. I was like, okay. But the relative is at that price point, not that many people are going to buy it, right? Not at that value, right? They're going to go buy eBIN. So I spoke to the distributor and I said, yo, what's up with, them selling the products for so high? My product's not moving. You're not buying more from me because you're selling it for so high. Number one, I don't know. Somebody told me the reason why they sell my product in their beauty supply store so high is because people's willing to buy it. But at the same time, the amount of people is going to not be that high based off my normal selling price. Why are you overpricing my product like that to the point where it could hurt my business? That's why I don't let nobody else sell my products. If you're on any other outlet, you should not see my product on any other outlet. I am the only one who can sell on any of these platforms. I do not allow anybody. Only site you can sell my product is on your site. That is it. You will not price gouge me out of the revenue because they're all trying to maximize their profits. So going back to what I'm saying is that I don't think that my brand is respected, right? My brand isn't respected to the point where, okay, how do I handle this where you're not taking advantage of a situation? Now, not all beauty supply stores that are Korean owned are like that. What I'm saying is what my personal experience have been. So I have another beauty supply store that's really close to me, like 5 minutes away. And I introduced myself and I wanted to see if we could partner up and work together. And I understand that in order for my product to be in beauty supply stores, it has to move. So a Black-owned beauty supply store owner told me, she's like, Shamika, we can't work with smaller beauty brands. It's because that we can't work with smaller brands if your product doesn't move, right? Hold on, y'all. Let me put this wig on because I don't want to mess up this install. Because this is what I really supposed to do today. Kelly, I sent you this adhesive. Did you try it? Let me know in the comment section if you tried it. Lord have mercy. Sheesh. I don't know. I think I like this John from first time I touched it. I sent it to you with a red wig. But anyways, so basically, is that too far up? All right, come through with the install. This glue. Anyways, so yeah, so basically, I went up to the register and I introduced myself, and I'm very shy, y'all. I might be on this live, but I'm extremely shy. And I don't know, I'm always scary, right? So I go up to her and I said, the person in there, now this beauty supply store, they have Black employees, and they have Black employees. I'm gonna just say that they have Black employees, but you can see some Korean people in the store. And I went to the person to register, and this person to register was not Black this time. So so I went up to him and I said, hi, I introduced myself. I said, do you well, I forget what I said. Basically, I introduced myself and I said something to the nature of introduce my product to them. And would you be willing to do any sort of pop-ups or anything with a small business owner? And they were like, first the woman was like, no, we don't do that. She was Korean. The woman next to her, she was, oh, yes, we do. What's your brand name? And coincidentally, I saw a flyer from my VIP event from last year and a half ago in their beauty supply store. Because at the time I was trying to market it locally, trying to get people to come to the VIP event. So my flyers, I went to beauty supply stores and I asked them, could I put my flyers in their store? Coincidentally. And I looked down, I'm like, yeah, I said, here's my brand. This is my brand or whatever. It's funny that y'all still have this flyer in y'all store that's, a year and a half old or whatever. So the woman was very welcoming and she took my information. I got her information. She said, yeah, come back with your products. And she was like, you can do the pop-up and we will buy your products from you. That was it. She was a Korean-owned beauty supply store that got it, right? Now, the other woman, I don't know what she was going on, but that woman was intentional. When I say I've been going to this beauty supply store for years, for the years I've been living locally, all the employees seemed like they were happy. All the employees were very welcoming. All the employees were extremely helpful. Anytime you go in that particular beauty supply store, they always ask if you wanted to need help. They always like just really just was real helpful. And everybody was in there was black. I'm not saying they have to be black. I'm just saying that that's the main people who come into your store. How can you treat somebody negatively and expect them to want to buy? Right. So this is the importance of things like this, where it is important for you to support Black owned brands and for you to recognize that when you support Black owned brands like ours, we are able to give back directly to our community through resources and help. Any Black owned brand that I personally have known that has gotten bigger, and I say big, I mean the Maels of the brands, the Honey Pots, the Black Skin, the Black Girl Sunscreen, I have seen them give back to our community, right? Even if they sold the business, I've seen these companies give back. The what's the other one called? Named by Rich, I don't know how to say his last name. Shea Moisture, right? He sold his company. I've seen how he's giving back, and they have programs and they have initiatives to get more funding for Black owned brands, to get more access to Black owned brands. There's another one too, not just Mael. There's another one. Curls. Curls. She's another one that does things for our Black community. I love how you share the story behind the story because it matters. P.S. I want that adhesive. I gotta see who this is. Who's this? Are y'all on Facebook? I gotta see who this is. Yeah, so I can't see names on here, y'all, on the Restream platform. So I said all that to say is that when we are not seen in the beauty supply stores because you're dealing with obstacles like I do to get my product even in the stores, because the Korean beauty supply stores are the most like numbers, they're the most owned beauty supply stores that normally are around here, then it is pretty challenging, right? So that's why it is important, like if you're buying on Amazon, if you're buying on my website directly, how important it is to support our brands, because we don't have any other resources to get there. And then you got bigger companies like Boldhold, where they're stealing her product, they're stealing her name. They're literally taking money out of her pocket while she's able to serve other people, right? So what I'm saying with all of that, when I heard the story that eBIN was treating the person horrible, am I surprised? No. She even said that was the one part of the story was that she was working with some other people and having conversations with some other people, and they told her, oh, is that your are you talking to your grandma? And I'm assuming that the people were Black that she was talking to. But you hear that a lot. It ain't just them. It's just the importance of just supporting people who are really out here trying to build up our community and try to do things like, for us. And no, every Black owned business is going to be perfect. No, we're not all perfect, right? But the goal of the brands, my brand, let me just say about mine, is to show up in excellence. Am I perfect? By no means. Am I going to get everything right? No. But the goal is to be as the best that I can and to give back, right? So if I go on my lives and I go on my soapbox about how to do this and how to do that, how to save your edges and how to wear these wigs where you're not losing your edges and you're not blaming the glue, that's my way of also giving back. Show y'all, no, this isn't about wearing wigs and getting alopecia, right? Even let's talk about alopecia, for example, right? There is people and there are companies that basically abuse that, right? They've abused the person who has alopecia. Want to know why? They're going to take that person who has alopecia, and we have an emotional attachment to this. We have a sadness. We have a sadness. We have we don't have confidence. We just have a lot of things going on as a woman who suffers from alopecia, and we're trying to show up the best way that we can, right? So what people do is they pull on those heartstrings, right? They're going to pull on that and try to abuse the situation simply because you have alopecia. They're gonna sell you a product for $3,000, knowing daggone well it don't work, knowing daggone well it's garbage, because they know you're gonna still need that product because you're someone who suffers from alopecia. It happens. That's why I'm always big on education. That's why I'm always big on telling you guys what I personally experienced. I don't have to be a doctor to know certain things, but guess what? I'm going to tell you to go to doctors. And guess what? I'm going to tell you to go try college. I'm going to tell you to go get multiple opinions, right? Because the goal is not to take advantage of people. The goal is basically to show and care for other people as others should care for us, right? For example, the ways that I give, like I've seen people give back. I was in this couple years ago. I forget what I was doing. I was on this marketing thing, and they said if you shoot an email to such and such, she's the founder of Black Girls Skincare. She'll do a free consultation. Now, free consultation is a big deal. Want to know why? Because this woman built a multi-million-dollar business, and she's going to talk to you for free. Little old Shamika, right? And these are ways where the amount of information and the amount of time that that woman gave to me for free is invaluable because she cared. She didn't have to take my call. She didn't have to sit on a consultation with me for an hour. Some of that information might took me years to learn. But guess who did it? The founder of Black Girl Sunscreen. And guess what? She gave me her cell phone number. She's like, call me if you ever need me anytime. That's what I'm talking about. So it is important for us to always like basically work together and support each other because what we're gonna just help the next person with us. We're gonna pull them all up. We're gonna pull them all up. We're gonna pull them all up. And when I know something and I'm able to share it with somebody else, guess what? I'm telling that small black owned business and we supporting each other. The challenge is with me and my brand is that it is hard to get access to beauty supply stores. Y'all got to be so loud with my brand that they have to carry my product. They have to carry it. They have no other choice. You and your mama and everybody else, y'all going outside. You know what? Where's Kafune here? I need y'all in the store. Screw eBIN. They don't even treat black people right. But does that normally happen? No. And it's not no fault to you. People don't even know that you got to do that, right? But at least we have other resources that we're able to get there. But it is a huge challenge when we're in the beauty supply spaces to basically get, access to these spaces. And like I said, the situation where I went, where they went from buying this much all the way dipping down, they're going to pick up other Korean beauty supply brands that have something similar to yours, if not yours. Because guess what? They're going to steal your formulas too. And that's the unfortunate part about the industry that we're in. Somebody says makeup company Mented is black owned, right? And hey, Christian, I see you, Christian, on YouTube. Have anybody else have heard of these type of stories? Yo, baby, I don't know. This might be my sport mode. Let me see how long this worked for me. Anybody else have any experience? Let me know in the chat. I'm gonna use a little bit of mousse. Smooth these baby hairs down a little bit. Shoot, I barely need any melting spray on this bad boy. Y'all saw how this went. Good Lord. Oh, I don't know. Might got a new winner. I don't know if you're gonna be on this replay, Karen, but you sampled this as well. Let me know how it is. Because even some of the products, I said, okay, well, let me see if this distributor, if they're willing to support these other products, because this mousse is the bomb. And I even reached out and they were like, oh no, the pricing isn't right. Not the mousse, the Bond Blend Pro. I went to the Bond Blend Pro. I'm sorry, not for this. This is for somebody else. I went for the Bond Blend Pro and I said, okay, well, basically I had said, okay, no problem. Guess what? If a customer or consumer wants to support your brand, they're gonna support it. That's why when that Chinese vendor sent me bold whole products, I know my blessing is gonna come in other ways. It don't have to come by saying I'm not going to say something about somebody else or I'm not going to support other brands, period, simply because we in the same space or similar spaces, right? Because my blessing is going to come here regardless. They're just going to come. My vision is different. What God put on me is going to be different than somebody else's. So we all got a space. But, unfortunately, with some of these companies, they just worry about your dollar and that's it. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about the stories of your why or how we got into this space. They don't care about the company's mission. They just want your dollar and they're going to be out and they're going to go share it back with their family and their communities. It's unfortunate, not only because people aren't aware, it's also because of access. If my product was in a beauty supply store, do you think people want to use it? Yes. I got a bomb behind product. What are you talking about? We know that. Oh, it does, Max. Kelly says, the reason why I continue to support your brand is because your personal relationship with your clients. Your hair is awesome. Your personal support to your clients is outstanding. I appreciate that, Kelly. Yeah, we can't get no winner better than that Max, huh, Karen? Um, I'm just putting a little bit of the Milton spray down here, y'all. And before, to be complete transparent with y'all, I didn't even talk about the alopecia that much. I don't even know why. I didn't want to talk about it. I just didn't. And it's not that I couldn't. I just because I know everybody don't have alopecia. I don't want to beat nobody's ear down with my story with alopecia, but that is how I got in this space. I got in this space because of alopecia. I got in this space because I have to wear these wigs every day. I got in this space because I really wanted everybody to get educated, regardless if they had alopecia, about adhesives and about wearing wigs. There's a lot of misconceptions about wearing wigs and about how to use this. It's just that there also people aren't doing it properly. I'm only spraying a little bit of the mountain spray, y'all, on my comb. And what I normally do is I put a little bit of the mountain spray on the edge where the lace is, and then use the elastic band one more time. I can spray it directly, but I just don't like a lot of the spray. It's not really necessary. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of the spray down, and then I'm going to tie it back down. I got to pause talking so I can focus 1 second, y'all. I got my melting spray got voted for Amazon buyer's choice by customers. This is not voted by this that Amazon choice label is not from me buying that. You don't buy Amazon choice recognition. Consumers do it. They go by your reviews, they go by how many people are buying the units and buy the feedback, right? So this is what Amazon choice comes back. When I tell y'all that Bond Blend Pro is going to beat that Black Can eBIN, I'm telling y'all, and it smells good. But going back, it's important to always give back. It's important to give reviews and follow-ups. It's important to understand what exactly the reason on why you're going to support the brand. And if somebody does something wrong, you don't got to shout out to the heavens, but you can have a conversation, of course. Yeah, because you don't want to have bad business. But for some reason, as soon as a Black owned brand, that's why I don't. Well, did you do that when Walmart people didn't decide to take you have horrible customer service? Did you say that when you got a bad order at McDonald's, you ain't gonna never go back to McDonald's? Especially if the item is good, the product is good. But for some reason, sometimes we don't just give that grace. You know what I mean? Are you shouting out? Well, I do shout out. I shout out other brands. I don't know if everybody else. But if I got a good restaurant or something like that, I'm going to tell everybody. As soon as somebody say, I'm coming to Jersey, I'm coming to Philly, what I'm going to say, oh, you should eat at here, here, and here. I love this place. Someone says, but for you educating us, we likely would not know that we need to lobby for the products we want to see and are willing to buy. Denise. Oh, okay. So I can see name. Thank you for writing your name, Denise, because I couldn't see it on here. Yeah, and that's what I said. I said people don't always know. Y'all don't know that you guys got to tell people like, yo, what about this brand over here? This brand is really good. That product is really good. That company, they really are able to explain it, et cetera, et cetera. But Denise, I love you because we already know you going to tell somebody and you always have people come join the group. So I appreciate you for that. But no, you're right. Some people they don't know. They don't know. And they don't know how to better help these brands. And a lot of times, one of the biggest things that is struggling is that we have a lack of capital. You know what I mean? Like I have a lack of capital. If I had a ton of investments, and that's how a lot of businesses are owned, we are taught do it from the bootstrap. Have the money and save your money and don't do this. You think that's how these companies are growing this big, this quick? Mm-mm. You think that's how eBIN grew? Mm-mm. They got capital. They got other companies, they got other people that are investing in their business to help them grow quickly. And guess what happens when you're able to grow, period, you're able to show people who your product is and how it can better serve you, it grows very quickly. Capital is a big deal. We're not taught how to fundraise and raise capital and go to venture capitalists and do crowdfunding and things like that. I am learning that right now, y'all. But that's something I had to learn, right? So I say a lot to say it is important to support Black owned brands, not only just you personally, but actually just telling people. It doesn't cost you any money to go on to, somebody's website or give a great review or go on to give a Google review or just share it when you're having conversations with people, you know. That means a lot to small business owners like me. It's a huge deal. And then I remember when my business was doing extremely well, when it first came out, people kept saying, why don't more people know about you? I was like, I would get that comment all the time on my ads, but in reality, it takes a lot of capital. But when it comes to being in the beauty supply store, it is very challenging. Even if I've contacted Black owned beauty supply stores, um, I've been beauty supply stores, even number one, if they contacted me directly, and a lot of them are very intentional. So even the woman that I'm working with in Alabama, she's very intentional about Black owned brands in her store. She has a Black owned beauty supply store. She's intentional about having Black owned products in her store. For some people, it might just be about numbers, who can move the most product, because at the end of the day, they ain't worried about it, just worried about their numbers. But some people might not even know your brand. And how is it introduced? Do the people in your store know how to use your product, right? So in order for it to be maximized, right, people got to know, number one, that you're in the store, and number two, how to use the product. And for the people who are in the employees, they got to learn how to use your product so they're able to recommend it. But most of the time, they're not going to do that third thing, because at the end of the day, they don't have time, don't even know. Especially if they're a Korean beauty supplier, they just know this is the brand that you asked for, and this is what we're giving you because this is what you, the consumer, asked for. So, you know, it's just challenging and it's annoying, to be honest. It's annoying because I know I have something and I know that I've helped a lot of people because I see it. But when you see people like the woman's experience on TikTok, it's just really disheartening and triggering because it just reminds me of things that I already know goes on 20 years ago. Ain't nothing changed, but ain't nothing changed underneath the sun. Everything's the same. Just comes back, circles back, and everything else. Man, we're gonna curl this wig real quick, y'all. I was supposed to do an install today and do content, but I decided to do my install live and talk to y'all about it instead. Y'all see that? Boom. Okay. Now I only put one layer on here, so I don't know how long. I don't leave my installs to last that long. Ooh, crap. I got my stuff on this comb. I'm combing my hair. My hair gonna be hard. Ugh, the wrong comb. Let me see in the comments section. But a lot of business without notifying you. But for instance, there's a makeup girl. For instance, where's the makeup girl LaFace? She's still around. I reached out to her. Who wrote that? Is that you, Karen? I gotta see if that's Karen. Let me see. I hate when I'm talking to people, I don't know their names. Yeah, it is you, Karen. Um, yeah, I spoke to her and I told her that you were interested in looking. She didn't reply back. And that's the other thing, y'all. I'm gonna use a little bit of mousse. A little bit. That's the other thing. We as Black business owners, we have to show up. We have to show up like we're supposed to show up. That is our responsibility. We have to show up and we have to provide the service of what I just told about excellence. But going back, sometimes a lot of Black owned business owners, we don't know. We're so used to being solopreneurs, no teams, no employees. Thank God for me learning what I learned for the past 5 years. The reality, I learned so much in the past 5 years and how important it is to build a team, how important it is to have employees, how important it is to have a good work culture where your employees work with you for years. The people on my team, they've been with me for years, years. That's a blessing, you know? That's a blessing that's also intentional because at the end of the day, you want, I'm sorry, I can't do this and talk at the same time. You want to have great people around you. Hold on, y'all. You want to be a great leader too. All right, y'all. I can't chew gum at the same time. All right, that came on quick. Yeah, I just put a little bit of mousse. You don't need a lot of this mousse, y'all. This is like I just do touch ups. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't need a lot. And I'm not gonna let it dry. I try not to put the elastic band on there unless I'm putting some little paper on there first. I don't know if I have any here. What that tape? Hold on, let me see if I have any real quick. But yeah, I did Karen reach out to her. Look, I can't. I don't know. Maybe I know. I don't. Yeah, she has a website. I don't know. I don't know. I asked her about some makeup, and then she wasn't for Mother's Day, and she never followed up with me on that either. She's normally pretty good with that. Um, and it's funny, Karen, you're not the only person. I had another customer who came to the VIP event that also reached out to me about her makeup as well. And maybe I don't know what she got going on, but you do have to be able to provide a service. And I have to be able to make sure that these are people that I'm working with that's able to provide a service. It's not my fault, but I would like to make sure I'm working with people who's able to provide a really good service for and product for their customers, right? But normally she normally gets back to me like when I normally get work with her for makeup. She's extra on time. She's never late. She do not play. So I'm not sure what she got going on. And you know what the thing is with products? She's a service-based business. So you gotta go to the post office, you gotta mail it out. She's not an e-com business. She's really just a service-based makeup artist. You know what I mean? So she might not want to deal with that part. But if she learned to do with that part, she'd probably be able to send that product to like Amazon or use a third party and basically sell her products that way. And she don't gotta worry about it. She don't gotta touch it. She don't have to do no touch points and then provide somebody with a customer service number. All right. All right, y'all. See if I can style this wig real quick. That thing look like it's bald a little bit. I might gotta do something over here. I might gotta go get the little spray, honey. We can't be having my wig have alopecia. This is one of my favorite wigs, y'all. I'm going to go home and get one of the sprays and spray that root because it's a little thin, y'all. So use a little bit of dye. I don't have it here. I have it at home. You go like this, spray it, boop, boop, and it'll get rid of that lightness right here, y'all. Oh, her website is down. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can send you her Instagram page, but it might be down because she might not want to deal with the e-commerce part of it. But even that, like she worked with some people, she might be able to work with some people and basically, maybe somebody else can host this site for her and manage it. But I mean, some people just don't know, so they don't know that would be an option for them, right? That these are the options. I want to do another one of those VIP events this year. I don't know if I would do it in Jersey though. I need to start looking into that now. But I'm so waiting for this Bond Blend Pro to get here and get moving that it's kind of hard for me to focus on getting it out here. But nevertheless, that's just how it is. It's been so long since I've used adhesive. I think that's why I got excited because I've always been using the Bond Blend Pro for like the past 5 months. That's all I've been using. I don't really use adhesive anymore. But do you guys have any other questions? I really just want to talk about the importance of supporting Black owned brands and things like that. And then I want to put my wig on while we're on this call. And then I'm going to do a couple of videos and keep it pushing. Think I should curl this wig? But when y'all get a chance, go onto that video and comment on there. Let her know what your thoughts was on it. Hopefully she gets justice because no one should be getting treated that way, especially considering that Black people is the main supporter of your brand. Like that's just wild to me. Extra wild to me. And you could tell she was hemming and hawing because she wasn't sure she wanted to talk about it, but she probably knew it's such a big deal of who it is that is doing it to her. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you got all these Black women supporting your brand, and here we go. And here you are treating your people that are Black like crap, and then being racist on top of it. Like, huh? Even if your culture and your work ethic is different, that's um that's still no excuse. All right, I'll send you her page once we get done. Once I get done. I don't know if I should have curled it or should I kept it straight. I think I should have kept now curl it. I don't know if I like it curled. It's gonna fall anyway if I don't put no products in it. What's everybody doing for the weekend? I am doing absolutely nothing. I have nothing planned. I have no potential on going anywhere besides my office. Going outside is expensive, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm gonna be heading out because now I'm gonna start focusing on curling my hair. But if you're watching this on replay, hashtag replay, I'm going to drop the woman's TikTok link. Oh, I can type it now. Hold on a second. Type it now real quick. Hold on one second. I'm gonna drop it in the comment section. Let's see here. And you'll see it. She has a 3-part video series of it. Hold on, it's not letting me connect. Hold on. Videos. Oh, it doesn't show me the reshared videos. I'm gonna have to do it from my phone probably. Oh wait, I can do it from my other phone because I'm on here. So I'm gonna drop it real quick so you guys can see it. This one. Story time of me working for. Oh, yeah. So now I gotta go on Facebook and drop it here. Go into the group. All right, I just dropped it in here. All right, I just dropped it in here. All right, I just dropped it from my phone. All right, you guys. I don't want to hold up anybody. We've been up here chatting. I will be back on live on Monday at y'all like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Let y'all know. I'm gonna do a vote and see what other people say. Because I don't know if 7 o'clock is too early or people prefer 8 o'clock because 7 o'clock is actually 4 o'clock in some areas. So I'm not sure if that's kind of early or not. You know, this hair is actually straight. And I used to think I like body wave better, but this straight hair is everything. When I tell you this is one of my favorite wigs, this is one of my favorite wigs. Because it's like a little bit coarse, so it's a little bit textured, and it feels like a little rough and nice, but it's still like straight and flows. But let me know what times y'all think, 7 or 8 o'clock. But I'm gonna be logging off, y'all. Thank you guys for joining my live this Saturday morning. Don't forget to support Black-owned brands like mine and others because you see these people, they're giving back all the time. These Miels, these Black Girl Sunscreen, like Curls, like I've seen all of them give back. I give back the best way I can as well. Give back to my community because it's extremely important for people to keep their edges. It's extremely important for people to understand how to wear their wigs. Extremely important because I got my edges. I got alopecia, but it ain't because of no wigs. So, I'm trying to fight the misconception that it's just the wigs. It's just the wigs and the glue. And it's not. It's not true. Because I got all my edges. If I wear these wigs full time, why I got my edges? Make it make sense, y'all. So hopefully everybody has an amazing Saturday morning. And I will talk to y'all on Monday at let's stick at 7 o'clock. See y'all at 7 o'clock. Peace. Hold on.